This is the way we all go. Never played this game. It's a demo. I don't know. I really think you should tell her, you know? I know, but are you scared? My eyes flicker open. I wake up in the compartment of a train. My head is leaned back against my seat, a strand of drool dripping from the corner of my mouth. What? Wincing, I wipe it away with the back of my hand. Drooling, at my age, that isn't very mature. I thought I stopped doing that when I was a kid. I need to get it together. Act more like an adult. That's what I keep telling myself, but it never seems to work out.
It says like HP, NB, something. Read them to me.
That's partially why I decided to take this trip alone. This isn't some kind of crazy coming-of-age, quest for maturity kind of adventure, though. I'm not going to far-off lands and slay dragons or pull swords from stones or anything. I doubt I could do that even if I tried. I'm just going to visit my grandparents, who live all the way out in the countryside. That's all. Still, I think it'll be nice going back home. I've only been away for 2 years, but it almost feels like a whole lifetime. I wonder if anything will be different. I hope my mood's okay. Meal? I don't know how to say that. It was strange seeing her face again. She sent me some photographs, but a photo isn't the same as seeing a person in real life. And I wonder, leaning my head against the window, staring outside. The rough movement of the train jerks my head against the glass, bumping my forehead and knocking my teeth together so they chatter, but I disregard it. I can see fields dyed dark blue under the evening sky. I'm not in the city anymore. I'm far away from my new house, my new school, my new friends. Saki, Miho, and Yuna. What are they doing right now? Saki with her love of horror stories, Miho who always scores the highest in karaoke, Yuna who wears red ribbons in her hair and keeps falling asleep in class. But these idle thoughts soon fade away. I'm going back home, and maybe I'll see her. She was always so quiet, never talking to anyone other than me. Will she be any different now? I hope she's at least made a few new friends. If she hasn't, then would it be my fault? No, that's no good. Why am I worrying already? I haven't even made it to the village yet. John. Stupid. I chastised myself, shaking my head in an attempt to dissuade my steadily mounting feelings of guilt. I don't want to ruin my trip before it even begins, but if I did, it wouldn't be too surprising. Maybe I deserve to feel bad. Maybe I should have told her. Why didn't I tell her? John, because you were scared. I muttered this under my breath. It doesn't matter. Nobody can hear me. I'm the only person on the train after all. Oh, why are you the only person on the train? Uh-oh. Oh. Grandma. Darling! Welcome back. It's good to see you again, lad. You want a hand with your luggage? I stand outside the small diplomated train station, gripping my single suitcase tight in my hand. Since I'm only going to be here for 3 days, I didn't bother to pack much. I feel like they're going to be here a lot. This girl's going to be here a lot longer than that. I can make do for only a few pairs of underwear and my pajamas. I don't need anything else. My grandparents are standing before me. They've come to greet me at the station with wide smiles, comforting in their familiar. You know what this is. Their home is only 5 minutes away from the station, so they didn't need to bring the car. This is probably a good thing. My mother keeps saying my grandfather's eyesight is getting worse and worse. Nowadays, he can hardly read the newspaper without the aid of his thick glasses, which he hardly ever wears. given he keeps losing them. Yet he's still allowed to drive a car, something he frequently does, according to my mother, just so he can feel superior to other people. At least this is a fairly rural area, so there aren't all that many cars around to hit. You don't need to worry about carrying anything, Grandpa. I'm good. I return my grandfather's smile and make a show of lifting my suitcase, trying to prove that I can handle it. He, however, seems skeptical. Nonsense! You made all the effort to come out here, and on that blasted train, too. You must be exhausted. I'm fine. I'm not a child anymore. Grandfather peers at me, frowning. Maybe trying to verify the validity of my statement. Just so you guys know, I do not do well with reading out loud. I can read so much faster in my head. I wonder if he's forgotten how old I am. What's this? You still look like a youngster to me. Hey, I am 16.
What are you doing?
And I'm older than 60.
What are you doing?
The gulf between us is as wide as the Takamaki River.
What are you doing?
Recording!
You're
A
interrupting.
demo!
You're interrupting.
Okay?
You're
I
interrupting.
don't care! There's nowhere else I can go. My mouth's
You're interrupting my Attack on Titan.
turn up the volume or get better earbuds.
I have a headache, so I don't want to turn it up that loud.
Good for you.
You're a jerk.
Yay! My grandfather giggles. Oh, look, there's an enter button. Where's the mouse? Come now, dear. Don't be silly. You're getting old and your eyes aren't what they used to be. Nonsense. My eyes are just fine, Cheeto. Dodo. And yet you keep wearing that ugly shirt. He looks like he's wearing a robe. This shirt isn't ugly. It's very cutting edge, I'll have you know. All the youngsters are wearing them. Our dear grandson isn't wearing one. And to his detriment, it enhances a man's natural charm and shows off his true character. Looks like you're going to vacay. It shows he's starting to get senile, perhaps.
My foot fell asleep on me.
You could be a very cruel mistress.
My foot fell asleep on me. It hurts. It stings.
Now, don't bully Atron too much, you old bore.
I'm
just saying it like I see it, Chio. To me, he'll always be a brat. On the contrary, I think he's grown up to be rather handsome. Handsome? Oh, it's a guy!
Josh.
I thought it was a girl! It's a guy! Okay. I don't know about that. Well, you know what they say. Good things come in small packages. The way I see it, you're just being modest. I don't know if being short is the same thing as being modest. My lack of height wasn't a conscious decision I made. If anything, I'd like to be a couple inches taller. That way, I wouldn't get teased so much. See? Being the shortest boy in your class can be really fun. See, that's me! I'm always the shortest girl in my class. It makes me crazy. Oh. I can't go back, can I? Nobody likes being picked as last when teams are being formed in PE, and nobody likes being laughed at. I'm not really modest, you know. I think you are. You're just proving my point, dear. I have raised you well. You're such a little gentleman. Little being the operative word. You must get it from your side of the family, too. You've always been petty, haven't you? Yes, I simply have a weak constitution. See? Even though he's 2 years older now, he's still around. I think you should let me carry your case, lad. It's for your own good. No, I'd feel bad. You don't need to cut yourself out for me. And brother grins, beckon me close. I follow her crooked finger and she leans in towards me, whispering in my ear, "Don't mind him, dear. He just wants to show off. Let him carry your case. It'll give him something to boast about with the neighbors later." Oh, well, if that's how it is. No matter how old this man gets, he's just a child at heart. Grandmother and I laughed together, co-conspirators, before I turned my attention back to my grandfather. "All right, I reconsidered. I guess I am a little tired from the journey, so you can carry my case if you want." "Excellent. I see you talked some sense into him, Chill. You used your... I did it again. You used your feminine charge, did you?" "Mm-hmm. Even at the age of 80, I still have it in me. Must be all the homegrown vegetables we eat. Good for your skin. Better than the vegetables in most so-called supermarkets." "Get that right. No tomatoes taste as good as yours, Jill. Wahaha!" As my grandparents laughed together, sounding so carefree, I feel something lift from the pit of my stomach. Could it be anxiety? I started to get worried about my journey here, but maybe those fears were founded. Simply seeing my grandparents has made me feel more at ease. I guess I really do belong here. It's where I was born, after all. Okay, we're finally gonna get into it. Ugh, no. How was the journey here, darling? I swear, if this demo is all talking, it was fine. It took a while, so it was a little tiring, but other than that, hi, Max. No. Ah! Okay, yes. It really is a long journey. It's 6 hours or so, isn't it? Something like that. I had to change a few times, so wait around for a while, so maybe it was more like 7. 7 hours? My grandfather touched disapprovingly. "You poor dear, it must have been dreadful." "Oh gosh. Need to eat more. Here, take this." Thanks. I look at my loaded plate with suspicion, even though grandmother said all that stuff about me being grown up and handsome. Did she really believe it? She did. Why did she make me so much food? So it's like she's trying to feed up a starving kitten. There weren't many people on the train, though. For the last 2 stations, I was the only one. It wasn't too stressful. Well, this is a very small village. Not many people come up here, and more people have been leaving. Huh? Why? Because there aren't enough jobs to go around. I mean, there's no reason to stay. Now, most of what's left here is just us old people. It's sad, really. I don't think I should ever like to leave. It's just so peaceful. And the green beans that grow in these parts are the best you can find. Oh! I even hear they're going to discontinue the train line here. Guess it makes sense, since it's hardly ever used and the current track is getting old. Huh. That really is sad. I pick up my dinner despondently. Even though I don't live anymore, hearing about that this village is starting to decline is just a little depressing. All my childhood memories were created here. Every single precious moment of my youth. Going out for walks in the forest, catching cicadas. I hate cicadas. Cicadas are weird. Catching cicadas in the summer with a net and an empty mayonnaise jar. Going out for walks in the forest, catching cicadas in the summer with a net with an empty mayonnaise jar. My extravagant, slightly unrealistic plans to build a treehouse with a move, which never managed to become a reality. And, of course, there was her. My best friend. Noelle. Sucky. Hey, Uncle John. God, it's been so long. Too long. Sucky's voice whining and quietly sarcastic as ever comes to me through the other end of the phone. The phone is in my grandparents' home. It's fairly old, more of an antique than a fully functional means of communication. It distorts her voice, just as ripples across a river can mar reflection. Even so, I recognize it. How could I not? that kind of tone can only belong to the Saki I know and, sort of, with a certain amount of fear. Love. I smile, shaking my head. She's acting like she hasn't seen me in years. It hasn't been that long, only a couple of days. But it feels like an eternity. I've been so bored. I'm sitting on the floor, cross-legged, the corner of the phone snaked about in my lap. My hair is damp from the bath, and my face feels slightly flushed. I think I used a little too much hot water. I've always loved hot baths ever since I was a kid. Sometimes I go overboard, and I'm like soaks on uneasy legs, my skin bright pink and puckered like a prune. I yawn. Oh, you going to get up to a dog? It shifts slightly, balancing the phone against my shoulder and the crook of my neck. How can you be bored? You have all these brothers and sisters to look after you, don't you? Ugh. Don't remind me. I only just got them all off to bed. It's so unfair. My parents wanted to go off on a romantic holiday. They should have thought twice before having so many kids. Why should I have to stay behind and look after them just because I'm the oldest? But you wouldn't have wanted to go on a holiday with them either, would you? With my parents? Of course not. I'd rather die. Did you know they're going to Akula? Who wants to go to Akula? I went there on a school field trip years ago, and it's a complete tourist trap. Tacky merchandise everywhere. It's also bright and newsy. Not to mention the weather. Saki has a very pale complexion, which she guards jealously. She always slathers on sunscreen. And just think, whatever, so much as a single glint of sunshine can be peeking out from behind a cloud. Then I don't know why you're so unhappy. If you didn't want to go with them in the first place, then there's no problem, right? It's the principle of the thing, that's all. I'm hurt. They didn't even invite me. Because they knew you wouldn't want to go. But I still would have liked an invitation. It would have at least have given me a vague illusion that my company is in high demand this holiday. What about Miho and Yuna? Yuna went to stay with her big sister for a few days, and Miho is out camping with her parents. Saki sighs. This is so pathetic. I'm the only one who doesn't have anything to do. Not a single thing. But taking care of your siblings is a noble job. Haha, yeah. Noble. Saki laughs dryly, without any trace of humor. If you think watching reruns of Heidi for hours on end is noble, then sure. I kind of liked Heidi. I had the whole series on VHS, and I used to rewatch it regularly. Even up to my early teens, when I was feeling bad. Something tickling my throat, gosh. That is until my mother rummaged through my bedroom when I wasn't home and threw all my old VHS tapes out. I was pretty sore about that at the time, and I still am, actually. Most of those shows don't get aired on TV anymore. I liked it too. And that was when I was about 5. But most of your siblings are 5. I know. It's so depressing I could scream. However, I will refrain because that would wake up those monsters up again. It sounds rough. You have no idea. You haven't known true torture until you've had the task of putting 4 young children to bed. having met Saki's siblings several times during my trips to her home, I know better than to berate her. Although I generally like young children, Saki's siblings are something else altogether. They're more like gremlins than cute kids. And they're so loud, too. It's no wonder Saki always has such dark bags under her eyes. Living in such a small home full of tiny children prone to waking up in the very early in the morning and slipping into their big sister's bed must be incredibly exhausting. It's getting so bad, I'm starting to think Akawa would be better after all. Akawa, what a joke. Why couldn't it have been? Why couldn't they go somewhere classy like France or Italy? If it absolutely has to be Japan, then Ginza would definitely be the best choice. Parents have, no sense of style. None. Whatsoever. A sigh. Anyway, I hope you're having a good time, at least. I'm not entirely sure yet. I know I just got here. Your train journey was that long? Yeah. Yeah, 7 hours or so. I would hate that so much, being cramped up in a train with strangers coughing on me. Nah, it really wasn't that bad. It was pretty quiet, really. That's good, I suppose. More than can be said for my day. Oz. Hey, Chad. How was it? I hope you have a good time on your trip, honestly. I'm not just saying it. Yeah, I know. I hope you get along well with your old friends, and, I shuffle around trying to get comfortable. My bare feet, toes, twitching, are starting to feel strange, slightly heavy. Have they gone enough for sitting cross-legged on the floor for so long? If you ever feel overwhelmed, you can always call me. I probably won't be doing anything interesting. If anything, I'd appreciate having someone to talk to other than the mothers at the local playground. Sure. I'll try to keep contact if I have time, but I am going to be back in 3 days. Just try to hold out until then. I'll do my best. 3 days of endless Heidi reruns and pillow fights and take out pizza. You'll have to grin and bear it, I suppose. Not that Saki grins very often. That would conflict with her pale-skinned, dark-eyed, eternal queen of the night appearance. Oh, and one more thing. Make sure you bring me back a souvenir. I need some kind of excitement lingering on the horizon to get me through this living nightmare. Otherwise, I might snap and stab myself in the eye with a wax crayon. Well, that sounds perfect. Stab myself in the eye with a wax crayon. I swear